What's up, Patriots? Constitution Vet coming to you on a beautiful Tuesday afternoon. Patriots, listen up. Do not be fooled by the mainstream media or the doomsday conservatives. We just gained massive victories in Congress. You know that huge thing called the midterm elections? Remember that? Remember how everyone was all doom and gloom? Oh, we didn't get the House. We didn't get Congress. We made no victories. And now I've proven time and time again that we actually did get major victories. Then recently we had the Speaker of the House election, and how that was a massive frenzy, and how you have these Patriot MAGA conservatives, the Freedom Caucus, actually stand their ground, and they actually held people accountable. And to be fair, McCarthy was elected as a speaker, and I understand how that can cause some concern. However, listen up. McCarthy only became speaker because he conceded on 5 key points. The Freedom Caucus, involving people like Matt Gaetz, Lauren Boebert, Jim Jordan, they demanded that McCarthy uphold 5 key things that they were demanding. Okay, here are those 5 key points. Again, this is a huge victory for us. Number 1, the Jeffersonian Motion. From here on out, if the speaker goes against their word, the promises that they made, any person in the House majority can begin a motion to remove the speaker at any moment. Okay? Patriots, that's huge. What this is saying is that if you are in the majority of the House, and if the speaker does not uphold to what they agreed upon, at any moment, their position of power can be taken away. That's the first big thing. Number 2, a new church committee. Now, I'm not talking about churches like Methodist Church or Baptist churches. Back in the 70s, a committee was formed named after Frank Church. He was a senator from Idaho. This committee was formed to investigate corruption found within the executive branch. Today, that committee will be reformed, named the Church Committee. And guess what they'll be doing? Investigating corruption in the executive branch. You know, groups like the FBI, the CIA, those guys will be held accountable. Okay? You see a pattern here? Number 3, individual budget bills. Before McCarthy was elected as Speaker, a massive omnibus bill was passed. Sadly, that was supported by some rhino Republicans in the House and the Senate. But from here on out, all bills that have to deal with money and budgets have to be filed and voted on an individual basis. So what does that mean? Well, let's say I'm a representative and I wanted to push a bill through the floor that have to deal with funding for roads and highways. Okay. What that means is my bill can only be about roads. It cannot have pork spending. It cannot have earmarks that deal with other things that have nothing to do with roads or highways. See what I'm getting at? Every single bill has to be on an individual basis. So again, another form of accountability. Number 4, the Rules Committee. Okay? Championed by Chip Roy. And the Rules Committee will be a committee created to ensure that everyone in the House actually follows the rules laid out in the Constitution. Let me reiterate that. A committee will be formed to ensure everyone follows the dang rules. Why this has not existed until now is beyond me. But the point is now being created. Why? For accountability. And lastly, the 5th key point is actually 2 things put together. Refocused attention on the border security situation. And, wait for it, term limits. That's right. The 5th key point will be a motion to push on the floor to debate and vote on term limits. Probably the biggest benefit I could foresee. Now, will that actually pass? I don't know. To be honest with you, I'm not entirely sure. But that is a wonderful thing to actually see happening in the House. Point is, Patriots, these are 5 massive wins. Wins that, sadly, have been kind of, silent. I don't see any of the big conservative channels talking about this. I don't see the mainstream media talking about this. These are major wins. Patriots, we are winning. The fact is, the swamp is finally being held accountable. People in power, those tyrants that corrupt, are going to be put to the fire. And when that happens, it's going to be glorious to see. As always, Patriots, never surrender, never submit. This Constitution Vet coming to you live on a beautiful Tuesday afternoon. Signing out.